All right. Test.
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 So right around this time, 25 years ago, the first Austin Powers movie debuted, and I can't believe it's been 25 freaking years already. So there's some stories out there where Mike Myers has talked about it recently, and a couple other cast members that are around. So it's interesting to hear some of the backstory and all that. But obviously, it became a super popular movie. They made 2 sequels to it. Austin Powers became a pop culture, popular
Phenom.
character. Yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have Halloween costumes. You can still find Halloween costumes of Austin Powers to this day.
That was one of those. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but that was one of those characters. That was one of those characters that everybody did the impression, whether it was good or not. It was.
Yep.
I put Austin Powers in the realm of Beavis and Butthead and Borat. Those are the ones that everybody attempts to do, and some of them are okay, but a lot of them are just really shitty, and people do them anyway.
That's right. So the whole premise is it's Austin Powers.
Brian, you're 51, correct? You're 51 years old?
53.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's like time stood still 2 years ago, nearly, when we started this podcast.
That's exactly right.
And there he would stay.
Exactly right.
And Nick, you're how old?
I am 34.
34.
15.
I was way off.
You trying to do the difference?
Well, I'm doing the math. I mean, because we have another movie that's also 25 years old, correct?
No.
I mean, probably, but maybe not the one that we talked about. Certainly another movie is 25 years old.
No.
All right. No, but I mean, I was just seeing our ages 25 years ago when Austin Powers came out.
Yep.
Because I don't do math in my head because I'm stupid. I was 16 years old. Brian, you were 28.
Yep, that makes sense. Yep.
Nick, you were 10 years old when Austin Powers came out 25 years ago.
Yep.
Just putting it in perspective.
That? Yep. Well, I'm a big fan of the James Bond franchise. Nick's never seen a James Bond movie, but Austin Powers was a spoof of the James Bond franchise, especially kind of more in the 60s. He's from the 60s. So I don't know. I love the movie. A lot of fun. Mike Myers was terrific, playing multiple characters, and I don't know. So you guys were fans? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who wasn't? Especially 16 years old kid. I mean, that every kid walked around school. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, all of the, and I can't honestly even say, maybe they did it in both movies, but the shadow gag is probably my favorite fucking gag.
Yeah.
They did. I know they did two. They did the sausage one and then the ass one. Together. So
Well, they did the peeing one, and then they did one with the sausage, and then the one I'm thinking of with the peeing was in the third one with Mini-Me, where he was, and he was, they were playing dress up, but, it looked like all these different things. At one point, something looked like he was peeing and it was going all crazy. The other one, like, he was holding an apple, and then it reached up, like his arm reached up and he took a bite of it, and it's just like ridiculous. Like,
great.
Yeah. Similar to you, though, like, I mean, I was obviously younger, but at that age, I mean, that's kind of, it was like the perfect type of humor. Like, I'm trying to remember, and I think I brought these movies up with Robin not long ago, because I was like, I haven't seen them in a really long time. I know I probably, much like, you guys have your movies and things like that, maybe if, me coming in, seeing them years later, might not appreciate it as much just because the time it took place and all that stuff. I think Austin Powers might be that, because I have not seen an Austin Powers movie in many years. And I wonder, I'm sure if I went back and watched it, I would still, I'm like, it's a classic. They're classics to me. And I'm like, I wonder, though, if I would be like, it's not as funny as I remember, or I don't, if there would be things that were like, because I was at a young age, and a lot of that, those type of humor and jokes were funnier, because like it's potty humor and stuff like that. But I'm like, I wonder if I would show it to my boys or Lane specifically, who is 10, if he would, I think
He
he
would
think
love
it
it.
would be funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sequels were but the first one was still. Yeah,
I like the
don't know.
second one a lot, actually. The one that first
Sure.
introduced Mini Me with Heather Graham. That was
Yeah.
The Spy Who Shagged Me, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll, as we go back and rewatch the first one, especially, we'll come back and revisit that thought. In did it hold up for you all these years later?
I mean, I was probably around 10 years old, maybe even a little younger, when I first saw like Airplane, right? Or even the Naked Gun movies. And to this day, I find them just as fucking funny. The only difference is I can recite them as they're going.
Yes.
But I still find each joke, hell, I'm finding myself laughing seconds before just as because I know what joke's coming.
Yeah.
So I would say, Nick, I would say if you got a kick out of it that much back then, you would, today.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, very fond memories of those movies, and yeah, that was just like I said, it kind of hit me at the perfect time. And I remember, like, my mom and dad would be like, they'd have, because I was, 9, 10, 11. I don't know exactly. Yeah, what'd you say? 10? I was. Actually, I think I would have been 11. But it doesn't matter. I was at that age to where my parents had to talk to me and go, look, like, we let you watch this and stuff because we trust it, but like, you can't like make certain jokes like these at school because A, you might not even fully understand them, and B, if you do, you can't say these things at school. So it's but yeah, it's they're definitely I enjoy those movies. I love Mike Myers. It's one of my favorite SNL cast members, and Wayne's World and all that stuff. And it's a Canadian treasure. I love Mike Myers anyway. So
sure,
there you go. All right.
Other than Who Married an Axe Murderer, all of it's gold.
Yeah,
that was a decent movie.
Hi, this is Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean. Hey, if you liked that video, which we really hope you did, you should like and subscribe. That would be great.